Have your food stamp benefits been cut recently? Here are 5 reasons why that may be happening to you. So, reason number 1, it's probably that you did not complete your food stamps recertification. So, what is recertification? So, when you're receiving food stamps, you're supposed to renew your benefits periodically. And depending on the category you fit in, your renewal period is either 6 months, 12 months, or 18 months. And 1 month before your renewal period, your state's agency will send you a package, a renewal package with instructions on what you need to do to renew your food stamps. Included in the package will be a form that you need to fill out detailing your income and lifestyle changes in terms of family composition, etc. Whether new people have come into your household or have left your household, whether you're making more money. And then you're also supposed to provide supporting documentation. Finally, you're also supposed to submit to an interview. So if you did not do all 3 things and your renewal period comes and goes, then your food stamp benefits will be cut. And depending on how long you wait to respond, they may ask you to reapply. So it is very important to know when your food stamp renewal is up and what you need to do to comply to the rules. Also, some people find themselves in this situation because they move and then they don't update their address with the food stamps agency. So your renewal or recertification package will be mailed to your old address and it doesn't get forwarded to you. Then you're going to miss all that communication and then you're going to miss your window entirely. And then all of a sudden your benefits will be cut and then you're wondering what happened. So that is something that you need to really pay attention to. If you don't know, log into your food stamps account. It should probably tell you when your renewal is coming up. So that's reason number 1. Number 2, your household income has increased. This is one of the things that trip a lot of people up because when you're receiving food stamps, if your income goes up, you're supposed to report it. I think it's about $10. Actually, if it goes up by $10, you're supposed to report it. So if you're making more money and you don't tell the state agency, you're probably thinking they're not going to find out. They will find out because there are ways for the government to find out how much money you're making. And so if you didn't report it and they find out later, let's say 6 months later or a year later, what they're going to do is they're going to cut your benefit. They're going to suspend your benefits. And then all the future benefits you were supposed to receive, they're going to use that to pay back everything that you were paid that you did not deserve. So if you don't want to find yourself in that situation, it's important to update your income with the food stamps agency when you start making more money. It's the same rule applies when you're making less money. You can report it and then that will help get you more benefits. Well, the opposite also works. If you're making more, you're supposed to report it so your benefits will be adjusted accordingly. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3, which is a big topic now, is you may have failed to comply with your state's work requirements for food stamps. So what do I mean? So there's a federal work requirement that is the minimum standards that all states have to comply with. But states can also require much more aggressive or tighter work requirements. So the federal work requirements until recently, here's what it was. If you're an adult without children or dependents and you're between the ages 18 and 49, you are expected to work a certain minimum number of hours a week or be enrolled in an employment training program that's approved by your state. If you don't do that, then you cannot receive food stamps for more than 3 months in any given 3 years. So if you fit in that category, adults without dependents, you were supposed to work or be in a training program, you did not do that, then after 3 months, your benefits will be cut. And you cannot receive more benefits within those 3-year period. So it's important to know what your work requirements are. And if your state has stricter rules, that is also something you should know. And the federal rules have changed because recently Congress passed a law that increased the limit to 52. So between 18 and 52, you are supposed to work if you don't have dependents or be in a training program. And then it's going to go up again in October 2024, where it's going to go up to 54. So between 18 and 54, you'll be required to work or be in an approved employment training program, or you cannot get food stamps for more than 3 months in any given 3 years. Now, as I said, some states also have tighter work requirements. So West Virginia, for example, recently wanted to increase the work requirements from the current federal maximum of 52. They want to increase it to 59. Now remember, you are eligible for Social Security at 62. And West Virginia wants to move the employment requirement for food stamps from 52 to 59, meaning that if you're a senior citizen trying to get food stamps in West Virginia, if this law passes, they want you to work till you're 59, which is crazy. That's a whole different video. But the point is, work requirements are really important, especially if you don't have dependents, and you should pay attention to them and make sure that your state rules are not tighter than the federal ones that you're supposed to comply with. So that's reason number 3. Reason number 4 is overpayments. Now, overpayments happen when your state agency has paid you more food stamps than you're eligible for. And this happens in a number of ways. The first one is when you sign up for benefits, your case worker will tell you how much you've been approved for. And then you get your EBT card and you realize that there's more money in it than they told you were going to get. Well, here's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to call them and clarify, hey, you told me I was going to get $200. Now it's $350. Am I missing something? If you don't do that and you continue to take the $350, 6 months or a year down the road, they're going to find out that they gave you more money than you were eligible for. And then here's what they're going to do. They're going to cut your benefits. And then the $150 that you've gotten for over 6 months, they're going to take your future benefits and pay all of it into that debt until it's paid off before they will resume your benefits. So if your benefits were suddenly cut and you were receiving more money than you thought you should have, it may be the reason why. Another way that you get overpayment is when you are getting more money than you're eligible for, or you have asset that you did not report. And so now you are over the limit. You're getting more food stamps than you should have received, or you shouldn't have even received food stamps at all. And then they'll just cut your benefits and use it to pay back what you owe. So it's important to let them know when they are paying you more money than you're eligible for. So that is reason number 4. Reason number 5 is extra food stamps may have come to an end in your state. So here's a bit of history. During the pandemic, remember that people on food stamps were getting extra benefits. So every month for about 2 years, you were getting extra food stamps on top of what you were eligible for. That was a federal program to deal with pandemic-related difficulties and financial hardships. Well, that went on for a while, and then May 2023, that came to an end. And so what happened was that caused a lot of shock to families, because some people were getting about $100 more, $150 more in food stamps, $200, and all of a sudden that was gone. So some states, New Jersey, for example, stepped in to provide extra benefits to their citizens. But those extra benefits were not as long as the federal one that went on for 2 years. So some states were just doing it for a few months or for a year. So if your food stamps was a certain amount, it went up and then came back down, it may be that your state's food stamps extra benefits may have ended. For example, Washington, D.C. just started a program similar to what New Jersey is doing. They're paying extra benefits through 2024, and it ends in September 2024. So if you live in Washington, D.C., and you saw a bump in your food stamps and you're excited, well, that is temporary. It's going to end in September, and then you're going to return to what you were getting before that benefit increase started. So it's important to know and prepare. So that's reason number 5. Now I'm going to give you a bonus reason. One of the biggest reasons that people lose their benefits is food stamps fraud. And there's several ways that this manifests itself. So let me walk through a few of them so that you know what you're not supposed to do. Number 1 is selling food stamps. If you're on social media, especially TikTok and Instagram, you're going to see people saying they're buying food stamps. Well, that is illegal and could land you in jail. On top of that, it could get your benefits suspended, and in some states, it could be suspended for a while. Like, you would not be eligible for food stamps for a while. So selling food stamps, trading food stamps for, other things is illegal. And you may not know who you're selling to. It may be a government thing. It may be, an undercover cop. You never know. So number 1, selling food stamps is legal. Number 2, it may get your benefits cut. And sometimes people will report you. Your neighbors, people in your family, you never know. People will report you because they know it's illegal and they know you're doing something illegal. So selling food stamps may get your benefits cut. Another reason why your food stamps may be cut is falsifying your income or not providing complete, truthful information about people in your household. So sometimes, there are members of your household that are working, and you fail to report that because you want to get more benefits, or you are underreporting your own income so that you can get more benefits, or there are people in your household that are not really part of your household, but you've added them so that you can get more benefits, or people have left your household and they are still on your paperwork showing that they are part of your household. All those are opportunities for the government can find out later. They may not find out immediately. You may think you got away with it, but they'll find out later, and then they'll catch your benefits. And then, lastly, one of the things that gets people in trouble is asset limit. In some states, you are required to have a certain asset limit to qualify for food stamps. So if you have, a very expensive car, or you have a lot of money in your bank account, or you have some investment, or you won the lottery, or all these things, and you don't report it, the IRS will report that to the government, to the food stamps agency, and then your benefits will be cut later. So food stamp fraud is one of the biggest reasons why benefits get cut. So I've given you 6 reasons why your benefit may have been cut. If you have experienced this right now and none of the things I have said fit into what you were told, I want to hear from you in the comment section below. Number 2, if your food stamps have been cut, I want to hear from you. How has that impacted your family, your ability to feed yourself and your family? Please comment below. I can't wait to read it.